they make sure that you don't join that. Every step of the process is made in such a way that to wean out people from joining the training. To become a Isha Hatha Yoga teacher, you have to go and spend 5 months in the ashram.
I had so many problems within myself. I was working in one of the very good MNCs based out in Noida. Whatever Sadhguru was telling, when I was implementing it, my experience of doing work, it started changing. A lot of people, they still don't know, but Sadhguru has spoken Mahabharata. He has narrated the entire story of Mahabharata way back from Chandravanshis and way back from Suryavanshis. First time I had seen him in one magazine picture where he was holding a golf stick and he was playing golf. I had thought that what kind of gurus are there like who are playing golf? There are a lot of work which needs to be done in the world, and Sadhgurus are playing golf.
Namaskaram, Ravi Yadav. Very warm welcome. Before we begin, just to set the context why we are doing this. So over the period of time, we have been in touch with the Isha. We have seen that the Isha stories of people have inspired or do inspire so many people to come and join Isha Yoga and experience this. So we thought that why not to bring out the experience of Isha Hatha Yoga teachers, which has been immensely mysterious and at the same time, life-touching. At the same time, this whole interaction will be impactful. Just to give you the background, to become a Isha Hatha Yoga teacher, you have to go and spend 5 months in the ashram with the rigorous training. And when the interview process itself starts, they make sure that you don't join that. Every step of the process is made in such a way that to wean out people from joining the training. Only the ones who really want to join and can stay there are taken. So it's a big step when you are into the job. Your life is going on, the modern life with the specific pace is going on. Take out 5 months out of that, and with a significant financial impact also, it would be around 8 to 10 lakhs, depending on from where you are taking and what time you are taking. So it's a big step which Isha Hatha Yoga teachers generally take, and it is worth it. I'm sure if you go and ask every single person, every single Isha Hatha Yoga teacher, you'll say the same thing. That's every penny, every time, every moment they have spent on this is worth it. With this background, we will start our interaction with Ravi Yadav. We have done our training together, and I know him pretty closely, but not close enough. Maybe we'll try to find out more today. He has a lot of experiences which can inspire people, but for today, we'll keep the scope limited to just to one aspect of it, that why and how you came to the path of Isha Yoga, left your job, and following and giving your life to teach this profound science of ancient India.
Thank you so much, Surendra, for having me here today in this conversation. So, Anna, why this path? So, the answer of why is, strong inner longing. Okay, that is, why. And how it takes, Sadhguru says that if you have to be on a spiritual path, then there has to be a lots of maybe ups and downs in your life, so many lifetimes of karma, and and there are so many other things which he says. So for me, how this path happened is, Anna, because of certain things which I experienced in my life. So one thing was definitely my health conditions, okay, which definitely was not up to the mark. And I had so many problems within myself. And second thing was the entire family situations which I had seen since my childhood. That also, was leaving me a big question mark. Okay. And I was not able to figure out the answers. So these are the main two reasons, and which pushed me towards, this, journey of yoga or whatever I'm doing now, offering classical Hatha yoga. The main push, Anna, that I had received, okay, to walk onto this path was it happened in the year 2015. Okay, it basically the main push I got when I was working in in one of the very good MNCs based out in Noida, and in 8 a.m. in the morning, I was in my office. I was working, and suddenly I started having some issues in my body. When I say issues, I never felt that my body is gonna stop one day functioning. I had never believed, I had never experienced, because my body was full on all the time. It's supporting me. But on that day, it was in the month of September 2015. I started having pain in my body near in the chest region. Okay. And the pain was so intense that the moment if I'll just move, for example, if I'm sitting still, it's absolutely fine, no pain. But the moment I'll move my body, the moment I'll move my posture, I'll have intense pain in the entire chest region. And I was running very high temperature, and I was having severe headache. Severe means like it used to feel like the head is gonna burst out. It was that kind of headache in the month of September, and I'm sitting in an air conditioned, room wherever floor was, and I'm shivering in the month of September with cold. So I couldn't figure it out what the hell is happening with me. So I went to the healthcare. I took some medicines. I took 2 doses of paracetamols, Dolo 650. I consumed, and still I was not able to control the headache and the shivering which I was going through in the body. So at that point of time, my shift actually got over by 4 p.m. and I, left the office. I went to the doctor straight away. The doctor ran through some tests. They took some blood samples and they asked me to come tomorrow. Uh, and they gave me some medicines so that I can take them and I can rest that day. I came back to my, stay area. I had those medicines, and to the matter of fact, none of those medicines worked actually. And the pain was still very high. And I was in the month of September, I had a very thick blanket. So in the month of September in Noida, the temperature is approximately 42, 43 3 degrees easily. And in that hot temperature, I am wearing a thick blanket and sleeping, and I'm not able to sleep. Still, I'm shivering. I couldn't figure it out what the hell is happening with me. Then entire night it was such a big trouble for me because I was having severe headache, and the fever was not going down. It was approximately 103 degrees fever. And somehow next day in the morning, I went to the doctor again, and the doctor couldn't figure it out, like what is happening with me. Then they ran one more tests. Okay, like that, almost 2 days went, and for 2 days I was not able to sleep. I was not able to eat anything. I was not able to sleep. Constant headache and chest pain for more than 48 hours. And then I had no option. Then I traveled back home. So I belong from Uttarakhand, Dehradun. Okay. So I traveled back to Dehradun in 2015 at that time, and I went to some doctors here, some hospitals, and they again took some blood samples. And uh, after a day, they diagnosed that I am suffering from dengue fever. So it had already been 4 days, 4.5 days by the time they diagnosed that I have dengue, and my platelets already started coming down. And the chest pain, it was unstoppable. Whatever the kind of medicines they will give, it will keep it under control for some time, maybe 2 hours or 3 hours. And after that, again, I will start having the chest pain. Mhm. And it was unbearable for me, for like, because if a pain is continuously there in the body, then it will be very difficult for you to manage. So things passed on like this, and my health started going down, 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 down. And in just, and I was not recovering at all. And I was trying to switch doctors, and many doctors. I had done the X-rays as well, and in the X-rays also, they were not able to identify what is the problem. And after that, I started having more symptoms. Okay, my body started becoming very weak, and I also started having internal bleedings. So in the stool, blood will come every time I'll go to the washroom. Okay, and in the stool, there will be a lot of blood which will come, and I became so strengthless in the body. Like I felt like the entire energy is draining. I can't even sit, I can't even walk. People would have to, hold me and, support me wherever I have to go or whatever the activity I have to do. I became so helpless. So just like this, days went by, and almost 20 days had passed by, Anna, just like this. And I
And
had,
and you were also having the sinusitis issue, right, at that time. So fever, headache, chest pain, blood, and sinusitis, right, at the same time.
yes, Anna. So basically, when I had dengue, so the entire pain. So the main problem which I was not able to overcome was the chest pain and my entire body weakness. The pain was so intense. Sinusitis was there, okay, and the sinusitis, it'll be like dry cough, okay, during the dengue time. So sinusitis will also happen when I am not having the dengue fever. So just like this, okay, my 20 days, okay, just passed by, and in the night I would not be able to sleep at all. Okay, so I would be just rolling down here and there, and even if I have to move on the bed, I will have to go through a lot of pain in the stomach. I have to suffer the pain, only then I'll be able to move. It was like that. So one day in the night, it was around 12:30, or it would have been 1 a.m. in the morning, and everybody was sleeping in their home, and I was just sitting on the bed crying. And I was just thinking that, what do I know? Like, I've been to so many doctors, they are not able to identify. They have done X-rays. Okay, there are no symptoms that they can identify. They have given so many different kinds of medicines. None of the medicines are working. And I'm in this situation, and I don't even know why this is happening with me. You know, even if even if I don't know why it is happening, at least I should be able to find a solution. If I'm not able to find the cause of the problem, at least some solution I should get from somewhere. There are so many people, and none of their advice or suggestion medication is working. So what the hell is happening with me? Then it just, you know, with the bottom of my heart, okay, this longing came that somehow I should know something about myself, which I don't know. Because my physical body was falling apart. I could clearly see that my organs were, clearly falling apart. My digestive system had become very weak. I could barely eat, two morsels of food. I would only be on a liquid diet, because the moment solid food will go through the intestine, it will not come out of the bowel movement will not happen. Only blood will come out. So it was like that. So I can't eat, okay, I can't walk, and I can't do my daily activities. I can't do anything. So I'm simply like, you're not even paralyzed actually, because for paralysis, if I have paralysis, then at least I'll not have a body pain, right? So here, all the time there is pain. So when that longing came that, I should know something about myself first. Okay. So I was sitting and thinking that, I'm working in an IT environment. I know how a server is built, how an OS is installed on the server, how a file system is created, how storage is assigned, how data travels, how application is hosted, how it is configured. I know these things, but I don't know anything about myself. So that longing, very strong longing, it arose within me. And I was just wondering, is there not anybody who knows this body beyond what the medical people or medical science have explored so far? Okay, is there not something beyond that as well? There would have been so many people who have different kind of problems, and the medicines are not working. Because I am today standing in the same kind of category, because I have been on so many medications and nothing is working for me. So what is this thing? Why is this happening? And then I told myself, somehow, if I am able to overcome this situation, if I'm able to fix my body somehow, I will definitely try to find the answer, like how this body is made. What is this body made up of? What are the things by which it makes, and what are the things? which makes it fall down, like the basis of this body. I must know. So this is something that I told myself that I will definitely pursue in this direction. And I was still, sick at that point of time, but because of certain family situations, I was living, in my home, and I was on bed for more than 20 days. And in my family, except my mother, I think everybody else was bothered because they had seen my condition and it was not good. And definitely, people cannot support you all the time like this if you're on bed. Okay, you are a pain you're a burden for everybody else as well. And there were some family situations which were not going right at that point of time. So I thought that I will go back to Noida, to my stay place where, I used to stay. So even when I was not fully recovered, I was on medication. I left Dehradun after 24 days of staying in Dehradun. I went back to Noida, and I was still there on bed, thinking that if something happens, okay, I will try to see. And by that time, Anna, I had stopped taking any medications because they were not working. So if something is not working, then there's no point of doing the same thing. Right? So I had stopped the medications, and I was just relying on my inner thing to recover something. I didn't know, like some magic something.
And I remember you saying that after leaving medicine, after 20 days of pain, in spite of taking medicine and having the pain, when you stopped the medicine, then you said that if I recover, if I am saved, I'll really make an effort to know what is it. Right.
Yes, yes, Anna, yes. So this is something which I, said that, if something happens, if I'm able to recover, if I'm able to revive, then definitely I will see what this is. It was strong determination, Anna, and slowly and steadily I started seeing that in a matter of 3 days, my health started recovering. Okay. I started feeling a little bit energetic, and the chest pain, was still there, but I started having continuous steam. So one thing I realized that if I am taking continuous steam, then the pain will be under control. So I was taking continuous steam for, morning, afternoon, and evening. 3 times I was taking continuous steam.
So no
And
medicine, just tea.
yes, just steam 3 times.
Mm.
And because when the doctors had done X-rays, they could not find any congestion in the chest region. Okay, but I couldn't figure it out then why the pain is happening. So, my own thought process told me that, you just go ahead and try taking steam. And I started taking steam, and it started giving me relief.
So that's the intuition. I mean, you felt
Yes.
that you should do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then slowly and steadily, my chest pain started decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. And for continuously 15 days, I was on steam like 3 times in a day. And my chest pain almost reduced to 60%. And in just after that, when I reached Noida, and when I was there for 3 days, I was in my stay area. Okay. I was not working because I was not in a condition to work. But then after 4 days, I started feeling better, and then I started going to office. So when I went to the office, everybody saw me, and my entire face had changed, because by that time my blood platelets were already around 40,000. They had come down to 40,000 blood platelets. And I was 30 years of age at that point of time. Not even 30, I think I was 28 at that point of time. I was 28 years of age, and blood platelets around 40,000. So even my manager got shocked seeing my face because everything just, I was just fully bones, no muscles, no mass, just bones. But luckily I survived. So what happens is but after I survived, I forgot all the pain. What happens is the moment you will become well, you will forget, the bad days, you will forget. I kind of forgotten about it. Okay, but it was still there in my consciousness that this thing had happened with me and I need to figure it out something about myself. So after a few days, I started searching for someone who knows this body beyond, whatever we know as of now. I'm not saying that we don't know. Medical science definitely knows a lot of things, but still there are certain areas and aspects where they still have to work. as of now.
So the recovery happened without medicines at all. After that, you did not take a medicine and you were out of your chest pain, headache, and all the issues which were there.
Yes, Anna. Yes.
Okay.
So 23 days I took medicine, and after that I didn't take medicine. So till the time I was in Dehradun, I was on medication. But then when I traveled back to Noida, I did not take any medication, and I started recovering on my own. It happened. So after that, when after that I got married as well, but the longing was still there, and I was still searching for a person who knows something beyond the this body. So I got married, and after that, one day I was seeing, an interview of Barkadat on a television, and I saw Sadhguru for the first time. Not for the first time, second time. First time I had seen him, in one magazine picture where he was holding a golf stick and he was playing golf. So that was the first time I had seen his picture holding a golf stick, and I had thought that what kind of gurus are there, like who are playing golf? There are a lot of work which needs to be done in the world, and Sadgurus are playing golf. What is this? So that was the kind of thought which came in me when I had seen him first. It was around in 2013 or 14. Okay. Now, for the first time, I saw him on television with Barkha, and Barkha was very curious in asking this question from Sadhguru. Sadhguru, what is it that you know? You know what other people don't know? Why there are so many followers of you? What is it that you know and we don't know?
Mhm.
Then Sadhguru smiled, and very casually Sadhguru said that I know just this body from its origin to its ultimate. And when he said that, the kind of confidence he had, uh, I literally buyed his statement. I literally buyed his statement. I literally felt that yes, whatever he's saying, he means it.
Mm.
Then after that, I just wanted to know about who this person is. Who is this person? So I started seeing his, videos, which were at that point of time available on YouTube. It was around 2016 or 17. Okay, in the year 2016, it was 16 and 17, middle of that, and I started seeing all his videos one after the other, one after the other, and every videos were very logical, very logical. Like for a logical mind, yes, you can definitely connect. But I had seen things in my life which never fits in the bracket of logic. Okay, there had been series of events since my childhood. Okay, there were so many things which I had seen which cannot fit in the brackets of logic. So I would always seek something more beyond logic if Sadhguru is trying to say something about that. But I couldn't figure it out. I didn't see any videos which were beyond logic. Now these days, the channel is actually uploading stuff which can go beyond logic as well. But at that point of time, these stuff were not uploaded. But
Mhm.
somehow I, came across a video of Mahabharata. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people they still don't know, but Sadhguru has spoken Mahabharata. Okay, and he has narrated the entire story of Mahabharata way back from Chandravanshis and way back from Suryavanshis. So from descendants of the sun and descendant of the moon, how life started. So Sadhguru has spoken about this elaborately in Mahabharata, but it is not available online
Yeah.
now. Okay, but at that point of time, I just got a glimpse of few episodes, and that uh, pulled me towards him because there he was speaking about beings of other dimensions. Okay, he was speaking about how other forms of life had interaction with the forms of life on this planet in past times. Now because the energy structure of this planet has become like that the qualities of human beings are going down. So the qualities of human beings are going down, so the communication between the other realm and this realm is very less, only because of the qualities of human being, because we don't have that kind of quality. Even these days, if if a stranger comes into your house, you will probably shoot him, you know so forget about beings from other dimensions, you will just freak out. So when I saw Sadhguru speaking about that, then I could not stop myself. Like And I started seeing the series of Mahabharata. So few episodes I was able to see on YouTube, but the main things were not uploaded. Then I had to order the DVD of Mahabharata. So from Flipkart, I ordered, DVD of Mahabharata, and I started watching it. And Anna, I can't believe the way Sadhguru was telling the story. It was like all the characters. Sadhguru is telling the names of generations of people, Yati, Ayati, and so many other names, just like it is like on his fingertips. I couldn't believe how a human being can remember these things. He is not reading any books, there is nothing in front of him. He's just looking at the audience and he's just pouring things out, simply pouring things out. And I'm like, how come he has received this kind of wisdom? How is it possible to remember these many names and, step by step story, the a series of events which has happened in their lives? Sadhguru is telling them step by step, and my eyes are just like fully open, like, what is this? Seriously, it was like that. And for hours and hours, I will be just fully into Mahabharata, watching it again and again, again and again, and everything. Whenever I will see him, it will feel like, everything is just moving in front of my eyes. The entire Mahabharata is happening. It was so live for me. And then I made up my mind that I have to sit in front of this person just once. This is what I wanted, because I wanted to see him in once, and I clearly knew that, whatever I want to know, this person knows and he can give it to me. And then it happened that in 2019, he announced the program of inner engineering, which happened in Greater Noida. And I was so lucky that I was living there, and I enrolled in that program. That was a life changing program enough for me. It has been a life changing program for so many people. No question or no doubt about that. But what it did to me, it is, I cannot, whatever I have, even if I give it to or offer it to Sadhguru, still it would be less. What he gave it to me, what he did with me. It was just magical, and I'm still living that experience. And it has been so many years, and it's still within me.
Do you like you could dig a little more on that? We cannot leave it here.
Uh, so Anna, if I'm not sure whether people who are listening, whether they know inner engineering or not. So inner engineering is basically, it is a foundation program of Isha itself, and you know, you will basically, learn the engineering which is done here. That is why the program is called inner engineering. It's a flagship program, of course. The first thing, before I started watching Mahabharata, I had already seen the ad of inner engineering. So when I was inquiring about the program, there had a fee involved. Okay, so the fee was very costly for me. Okay, and I would think that, why a person is taking money to teach yoga when people are willing. So that is the reason I was not enrolling in the program. But once I saw Mahabharata, then I couldn't stop myself enrolling in the program. And I said that whatever the fee will be, I'll just pay and I'll see what will happen.
So worth it. Yeah.
So it was a 2-day program, inner engineering, and the fee of that program, which I paid, was 7,500 rupees for 2 days.
Too much for India.
And I'll come to that whether it was too much or it was very less. Okay, after some time. So basically, in inner engineering, at that point of time, it was structured in such a way that Sadhguru will, there will be some online sessions. Then, Sadhguru will tell us something, and then we have to do it on our daily life. Okay. And then we have to record what is happening within. It was very simple. Okay. And then there will be a 2-day session where Sadhguru will come and you have to be with him. Okay. For the program, whatever was being offered there. So now when I enrolled in inner engineering, so every morning I'll get up and I will take a shower, I'll freshen up. In my closed room, I will just, put the video on, and whatever Sadhguru is telling, I'm just doing, following. And then uh, there is some work which will be given to us. I will just, take care of that entire day and then come back. Next day I'll attend the next session. Next day I'll attend the next session. It went like that. And to the matter of fact, whatever Sadhguru was telling in those sessions, when I was implementing it, my experience of doing work, okay, it started changing. When I say experience, the result I used to get by doing the same work, it started changing itself. For example, if I'm in a meeting, previously after the meeting, I would be, somewhat tired, and somebody would have said something which I would not have liked. So some anger, some frustration, some irritation would be there. But after the online discourses, I started feeling like that I'm not getting impacted from outside things. So even if in a meeting somebody's saying something, I still have some sort of inner balance within me. Okay, this is something which I started realizing. And I started feeling better because I'm not getting impacted from outside source. So every day it was like I will do the session and then I'll go happily office, I'll do my work and happily I'll go and happily I'll come back. Okay, it started happening like that. Then what happened was it was 5th and 6th of October 2019 when Sadhguru came to Noida, and I went there in the program. So that was the first time I saw Isha program happening. So I went there by a bike, and I first I went to the stay area where I had booked my stay, and then there I met few people. Then in the next morning I had to go to the session, so I drove my bike and I went to the place where the venue was. It was India Expo Mart in Greater Noida. So what I saw there was like people were standing like holding namaskar, you know, with a deep sense of gratitude on their face. And it was like, why is this person holding hands and greeting me? I don't even know him. Okay, so I'm in the parking area. In the parking area, people were standing like holding hands like this. And I'm like, why? What the hell is this? And he is just looking me with a very humble and gratitude face. I couldn't figure it out what the hell is happening. Okay, I just saw him and I was trying to understand what he's doing, why he's standing like this. Then I parked my bike and I went inside the venue. And wherever I was going, everywhere people were just standing doing namaskar like this. And I was like, I was in a very strange kind of situation. Like, what is it? Like, how come somebody who doesn't even know me is holding hands like this? Then, there was a volunteer, so they had to do check-in. So I gave my details, check-in happened, and I went inside, and there was a volunteer who, showed me where I had to sit because the program happened in such a way that for different slots, seating arrangements will be likewise. So I went there, I sat, there was a volunteer who gave me the position to sit. Okay, now I am sitting in the program, and that was a mega program. 10,000 people were there in that hall. 10,000 people. So first day happened, before the program was happening. So I don't want to tell you how the program happens, but first there were teachers who will teach us certain things. Okay, so I was just doing things, and then Sadhguru came. So when teachers were telling us to do, I was just doing things, and then they told that Sadhguru will come in the session. So what happened now was, so when the announcement happened that Sadhguru is going to come, so Sadhguru came the hall running from the stage. And the moment he entered the hall, something in my spine, it was like some vibration happened in my spine. Just the moment he entered the hall. I had not seen him, I had not, sat in front of him before. Okay. So something like this in the spine, some vibration happened in the spine. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? He just came and why something is happening in my back? So I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I said, okay, it may be normal. Okay. Then Sadhguru came and he started talking, and talking. Okay. And by the evening, I was bored. I was like, everybody in this world just talks. All spiritual people, Guru, somebody will talk with the book, somebody will talk with his own philosophy, somebody will speak this, somebody will speak hell, somebody will speak heaven, somebody will speak Vedas. But I'm always wondering why somebody is not able to show. If you are so confident about hells and heaven, why can't you show it to people that yes, it exists? So this kind of longing I had because when I was sick, I wanted to, because I knew that there is something beyond my body which is functioning and it is putting me down. So I clearly knew that, something beyond the body is functioning. It is there, but I don't know, but something is definitely there, which is causing all the problems. So when I was there in front of Sadhguru, I told that, I am not here for listening to lectures. If you can show me something only, then I will believe. If you'll tell me that this is how it is, I will not believe till the time I can't see it.
Mhm.
Okay, I was so adamant on that, literally adamant, because I'm done, Anna. So I was already married. Okay, I had seen, you know, family chaos. I had seen sickness. I have seen hospitals. What are the what is that which is not I've seen? I've seen all the worst things people have to unfortunately see and suffer in life. So next day, Sadhguru said that, next day you come, okay, you come, fully free, no thoughts, nothing. So next day also I came and I sat in the program. So next day also same thing happened, Anna. He came morning speaking, 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 speaking. He's telling us to do this, do that. I'm doing everything. And by the afternoon, I was fully bored in the program. I was totally bored. I was like, this is not the place for me. I literally said to myself that this is not the place for me. Maybe I made a mistake coming here. I literally felt like that. Maybe I've made a mistake.
Mhm.
Now what happened is it was around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, so everybody was bored almost. Okay, it was almost second day of the program. And then in the afternoon, 1:30 p.m., Sadhguru said that, do you guys want to see magic? And I was bored. I said no. And there were so many people sitting behind me. They all said no. And a whole, noise of no, it just came in the entire hall. Then Sadhguru said, what? You guys don't want to see magic? Very casually he said. Then he said, just close your eyes and focus between the eyebrows. Okay. And we just sat still. We closed our eyes and we focused between the eyebrows. Okay. And I'm not sure, Anna, whether I should say this or not. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of Isha meditators, they would have experienced this. I'm pretty sure. So Sadhguru was on the stage and Sadhguru did something from stage. Okay. He just made a sound. He just made a sound, and my focus was between the eyebrows, and in the eyebrows, between the eyebrows, a portal started opening up here in the middle of
Portal.
a portal. A
Okay.
portal started opening up, and then the empty space. Okay, the color of empty space, which is indigo color. Okay, a portal of indigo color. It started opening up between the eyebrows, and I got so terrified, and I was fully scared, and the tears started falling down. Okay, because I got so scared, and at the same time people behind me, they started howling, some started crawling, some started screaming. The neighbors behind me, they started rolling on the floor. Okay, and I'm just so scared with the thing. I'm just sitting absolutely still. I was wearing a green color kurta, and the tears just started pouring down, pouring down, pouring down. And I just sat there for minimum 20-25 minutes, still simply crying. And that portal started becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And after 15-20 minutes, I was still crying, sitting in the same position. And Sadhguru said that go and have your food, because by that time we were on an empty stomach condition. Then crying and holding myself, I just carried myself outside. I just had one paratha, and they gave us Sanjeevani Kanji in a glass. I just drank that, and I had one paratha, and I called up my brother, my elder brother. I told him that I was in a place where Sadhguru is, and Sadhguru is trying to do something, and I'm experiencing this. I called my brother. My brother took it very casually. He said, oh, it's okay, over there, fine, fine. He didn't understand actually what was happening within me. He
So,
really didn't understand.
yeah, it's difficult.
because
Nobody can.
because I also didn't understand what is happening. It was the first time. Okay, and then the session restarted. I was sitting again there. Okay, and in the evening, same thing happened. Same thing happened in the evening as well. And by the time the event ended, I was I was in a totally different state of my mind. Totally different state. I had never experienced like this in my entire life. I was At that point of time, I was around 30 years of age, 31 years of age. And when I'm thinking about that day right now, Okay, I can still feel how it was. Okay, that moment is so alive in me right now. So then Anna, the program ended, and in the evening I came back to my place in the night. I prepared dinner. I had dinner, and then I slept. Now at around next day around 3:30 a.m. in the morning, 3:20 or 3:30 it was. Again the portal opened up in the morning. Here
Oh,
I'm in deep sleep, and suddenly a spark of light it is coming up, and I'm awake. And I saw the clock, and it was 3:30 a.m. in the morning. It was 3:30 or 3:20. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And the moment I'm up, I'm fully fresh, fully active. No lethargy, no inertia, no sticking eyes, no like this, like that. Fully bright and alert. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Really? I couldn't figure it out. Then uh, I freshened up myself. I took shower, and then I started doing my Shambhavi because they gave me a practice of 21 minutes. So I sat down and I did the practice of 21 minutes. And then what happened was after that I had to make breakfast in the morning. So I'll usually go to the kitchen and I'll play some music. Okay, some devotional chant I will play while I'm cooking the food. So I was playing a chant, devotional song, which I used to listen, okay, way back when I was in my 16, 17s, you know, and I'm listening to the same song. And in the songs, there were little drums, little beats in the background. Okay, little drums, little basic sounds, small sounds. The people who are sitting in the back, they'll move something and make a sound. And I started hearing those sounds which were running in the background. So whatever the lyrics are there, lyrics are fine, but the music, the drums, the beats, and those beats, the moment I will hear and something within my body will move. And I'm simply crying just by hearing those beats. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm simply crying, just listening to the music, and I'm simply crying. And I felt like all the sounds, all the devotional songs which are made, they are real. I felt like the sound is fully real, like it is taking a form or a shape. It was like that. And I couldn't figure it out myself. And I had food, and I had to go to office. So after having food, I came out of my, stay area, and I started walking down the lane, and I'm seeing people, the same people whom I'm seeing on daily basis moving. So I saw a girl, okay, and the moment I saw the girl, I started crying. Like just by seeing at the girl, tears are flowing from my eyes. I'm like, what is this? And I'm just sitting still. Then another person is moving by my side. I'm looking at him, and just by seeing him, simply tears are flowing from my eyes. Just by seeing the person, I'm like, what the hell is happening with me? Then, I saw a street dog. Okay, he was also sitting. Just by looking at the street dog, I'm just so much connected. I could feel that I'm fully connected with the dog somehow. I didn't even understand what the hell is this. And simply, I'm just hugging the dog. Usually, I will never touch dog and now, but it happened. I was literally involved with the dog. And then,
so so there's no intellectual processing of it. It's just happening, right?
yes, yes, and yes. It's just happening. My mind is nowhere. Okay, just by seeing something is happening within my body. Mind is nowhere in picture. There's no thought, nothing. Simply crying just by looking at them. I started feeling like, there's no difference between me and a dog. There's no difference between me and that person. Okay, I felt like, right now we have this boundary of identity that this is me. This body is me. But that boundary is just gone. Like, I don't feel like this is me. I could clearly feel that somebody else is also me. But you know thinking mind, it cannot fit in that logic. I totally understand. Okay, it's not the way, but this is how I started feeling things. Now I went to the office, and uh, that was the first day after the inner engineering. I went to the office, and I came to know that two more people. So I had asked my boss to enroll in that program. He also had done the program. Along with that, there was one more person. from storage team. He also had attended the program. So we
Mhm.
all met, and they were also telling the experience of inner engineering, what happened, and I was also telling what happened. So, but they did not keep on the practices, they quit the practices. They did not carry it on. Okay. But what happened was, in my office, my behavior and my, the way of doing work also started changing. I started enjoying with the same people. I'm looking at them. I'm just by looking at them, I'll feel very happy. Okay. Very happy. I don't know why, like some sense of happiness started coming within me. And then what I noticed, Anna, that my energy levels was skyrocketed. My energy levels were literally skyrocketed. It was like I am in the office by 12 in the afternoon. By 8, 9, 10, I'm fully doing all the work, everything, back to back meetings also, but I'm not tired at all. I'm not exhausted at all. And it went like this for 3, 4 days. Okay, easily 3, 4 days. Then I was able to do Shambhavi only in the morning, because in the night I was not able to do, because I was working on a European shift. So I will be reaching my stay area by around 11, 10:30 or 11. And only when I will reach there, I will eat food and then I'll sleep. It was like that. So the benefits which I was seeing from the practice, it was so that I couldn't stop myself doing twice. But I had this thing in my mind that, is it right to do the practices late in the evening? Because we were told that you do the practice only in the evening, not in the night. So I called up the support, and support landed to Isha Yoga Center, and I spoke with the person there. So I told them that I'm working in a European shift and my shift ends late. Can I do the Kriya in the late night? So that person said very gently, yes, definitely you can do the practice in the night, but then you will leave your family. I'm like, what? I will leave the family and the things which were happening with me. Yes, there's no doubt if you're doing the Kriya in the night, then you will become cosmic nature. And once you have a nature of cosmos, then the nature of family will definitely go away. Okay. So I was scared because there had been enough certain things in my life where I didn't get proper support. Not proper support, like my father, he had a certain kind of disease or problem, because of which he was not able to take care of certain things in home. So it was like that father was there with us, but he was also not there with us. So I knew the importance of the head of the family in the family. So
Right.
I did not, because I was also married at that point of time and I had done a love marriage. So I had a responsibility of this girl also. So I did not want to do the Kriya in the night and then one day just leave her and go somewhere in the jungles. I didn't want to do that. So I was only doing the Kriya only in the morning, and without any miss, not a single day I will break. Every day I will do my Kriya. And the sense of this compassion, or the kind of attachment which I started having with human beings, it started going up and up. So even with the plants and trees, if I will just see a tree, I will just look at the tree and I just hug the tree and I'll simply start crying. So if somebody will, maybe if somebody will record a video, they will say that I'm gone crazy. But
Of course.
it was not crazy. I became sensitive to life. I became extremely sensitive to life. And it will only happen when your perception opens up. Okay. This is something which I realized later on. Once the perception sharpens up and it opens up, then you will become sensitive. You will start feeling things which you cannot feel right now. So then, one day it was like this. I was in the office, and my shift ended by 10 or 10:30. And I was waiting for a cab on, Agra Expressway. Okay, I was waiting for a cab in the night, 10:30, and my wife was messaging me, checking the status. Have you boarded the cab? Have you reached home? So I was sitting on the road, and something within me you know, is behaving in such a way that if I'm looking at the sky, the empty sky, I'm just simply blissed out. And if I'm just looking at the stars, I'm simply blissed out like so much joy and so much happiness. It was like that. I started dancing. I was alone in the road. It was dark night. I'm looking at the stars and I'm just, you know, dancing and looking at this empty sky, and I'm just dancing. And I'm like, then my wife kept on messaging me back to back. What is status? Have you boarded the cab? It was 10:30. It was very late in the night. And I said, yo, you don't worry about the cab. Okay, I'm absolutely fine. You don't worry. You don't understand what is happening with me. Okay, you go to sleep. Okay, I will reach home on time. Don't worry. And on that night, like it was hell of an experience for me. Okay, I was alone on the road. There was nobody. Open sky, stars, and I'm just dancing. Not by any sound.
Just to clarify, you were literally dancing, not just within you.
Yes, and down the road I was fully jumping, and there was nobody who was seeing me. When I say nobody, yes, the creator is everywhere. Okay, that's how he has made the creation. He was definitely seeing me dancing in his lap, and then the intensity of my practice actually increased, and you know it increased in such a way that I wanted to enroll for Bhav Spandana program, but unfortunately at that point of time there were no programs of Bhav Spandana. It was in the month of November 2019. So October I did inner engineering, and this would have been in the month of November, this incident.
Probably we will save it for the next time. We will leave here and this at the dance of ecstasy under the middle of the night, the midnight stars. It was so wonderful to know the glimpses of your, transition from the day-to-day modern life to the yogic lifestyle. And I'm sure, and this episode itself is so inspiring for me as well. At the same time, hearing you, because just for the people who are watching, I mean, everybody will not have their portal open, so don't go and look for that portal. It did not open for me. Okay, so everybody has different experiences, but yeah, it just definitely inspire us, right? While hearing people who are authentic and genuine, you can see that what is possible, and hopefully this hearing and recording a vlog from Ravi Yadav will inspire many people within Isha and outside Isha also. So closing for today,